I am Dr.Ashwin Dobariya welcomes you to Programming in C video series. In this video we will discuss a left aligned triangle or a pyramid of characters. So this is the characters triangle will display in these programs. So let we think about the logic of these programs. So in these triangle programs we have to display the character like capital A, then AB, ABC, ABCD, ABCDE. In that way you can enlarge this triangle. So how we can think about the logic of that? So as we already discussed in the previous video also, whenever we think about the logic of any triangle, then first we have to think the number of loop. So here we require two loop, and we know that the outer loop we always executes as per the number of line. So in this program, how many lines we want to print? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. One thing I want to tell you over here, friends, this kind of triangle you can display using many different ways. In a practical, at the end of this presentations, I will explain two different way to write the logic of this program. So first let me discuss the first method, how we can display this kind of left aligned triangle. So first we have to think two loops. First outer loop, how we can set the outer loop according to the number of lines. So total 5 lines we want to print. So the outer loop counter variable initialize value, starting value is 1, then I less than or is equal to 5 and I plus plus. It means we want to print total 5 lines. But very important thing is how we can set the counter variable for inner loop, because inner loop is responsible to display the character on screen as the output. So how we can set? Now here one thing you have to clear, that how we can display A, B, ABC. So we know that in a programming language every character is having a ASCII code. Now what do you mean by ASCII code? ASCII code is nothing but it is a unique code which is assigned to each and every characters or symbols available on the keyboard, right? So the capital A is having the ASCII code 65, definitely B is having 66, C is having a 67, 68, 69. So we have to set the counter value in such a way that so we can get first 65, then 65 and 66, then 65, 66, 67, in that way. So here we have starting the counter variable from 1 to 5. So let me just discuss how we can set the inner loop. So in first line we want to print only one character. It means in first line inner loop should be executed only one time. So j is equal to 1 up to end is 1. Then in second line we want to display two character. It means inner loop should be executed 2 times. So j is starting 1 up to the 2. Similarly in third line we want to display 3 characters. Then j will start with the 1 and end with 3. Similarly in fourth line 4. So if we analyze the value of j counter variable, then it always start with 1. So j is initialized 1, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we receive from the I. It means outer variable counter variable. So how we can set this inner loop for j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I and j plus plus. So this is the first logic how to set the counter variable for outer loop and inner loop. Now very important thing is how we can display, because in counter variable we can get only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 value, and the ASCII value of this ABCD is starting from 65, 66, 67. So what is the logic you can do? Now see, we know that here in first line j become 1 to 1. In second line j is having value 1 and 2. In third line j start from 1, then 2 and 3. It means j is having the different value. So we can write the logic like that. 64. Why 64? Because the ASCII of A is 65, and here we want to start the character from capital A. So we know that here j is starting from 1. So if we write like this 64 plus j, and j is always starting from 1. so it becomes 65. So see, the first character always 65, then it increment by 1. So now j becomes 64 plus 2, it means 66. So it becomes B. Another important part is, once here we know that 64 plus j is 1 means it is a numerical value, but whenever the number you are printing in format of character, then instead of number it will print the characters. So this is the overall logic of this left aligned triangle. Let me just discuss within a short time one by one. First, when the I is equal to 1, then I less than 5 condition becomes true. Then when we execute our program, then cursor blinking at the top left corner, and first time j becomes 1, then this loop will execute only one time because outer loop is 1. It means we are printing the first line. And j becomes 1, it means 64 plus 1, it becomes 65. And what is the character of 65? Capital A. Cursor move to the next position, then again j is increment by 1, j becomes 2. Now this condition becomes false. Then what we want to do, we want to move this cursor to the next line. Then after this loop, it will execute the slash n. Again I will be increment by 1, so I become 2. It means now we are moving to the second line. Now again the inner loop will start from the 1, so j become 1 and I become 2. Then this loop will execute 2 times. So now 64 plus 1 means 65, so it will print capital A. Now again j is increment by 1, so j becomes 2. Now 64 plus 2, it means 66, it means it will print the B. Then again j is increment by 3. Now this condition become false. Then now cursor move to the next line. Again I becomes 3 and inner loop it will start from the 1. So j is equal to 1 means 64 plus 1, 65, it print A. Again j increment by 1, 2, it means 64 plus 2 means 66, it will print B. Then again j is increment by 3, 64 plus 3 means 67, it print the C. Now when the j become 4, then this condition become false. Then what we want to do, then slash n, move the cursor to the next line. Again the I become 4, it means j start from 1, then it print 2, 1 A, then 2 means B, then again j is increment by 3, then C, then again j become 4, then it display D. Now when the j becomes 5, this condition becomes false, then again the cursor move to the next line. And finally when I becomes 5, then this inner loop will execute 5 times and it will display A, B, C, D, E. So this is the logic how we can display the character triangle. Let's we discuss the same program in this Turbo C. And friends, this source code I have given in the description part of this video, so you can download it and you can do the practice of that. So here we require total 2 counter variable I and j. Then clear screen. The first logic that we already discussed. First we want to print 5 lines, so I is equal to 1, I less than 5. Then inner loop is depends on the outer loop, so j start from 1 and j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. And in printing we are printing the value in format of character, so percentage C, then 64 plus j. So here j is increments by 1 1 and it display the characters. So if I suppose instead of C, if I put the percentage D, it means whatever value comes over here, it will display as it is in form of number. If I execute now, see here, it displays 65, then 65, 66, 65, 67, 66, 67 in that way. Because here the printing format is percentage D, but the same thing if I make a minor change over here, percentage C, it means whatever value comes over here, it will convert it into the character format. Now if I execute this program, so that 65, 66, it will convert it into the character. So this is one of the logic to display the left aligned characters. Now this is one logic, and if I put in the comment part, right, then let me discuss the how we can display the or how we can write the another logic. Now this another logic, it is very simple again. See, ultimately it is based on the ASCII number. The character is printing based on the ASCII number. So in our counter variable we can assign the ASCII number also. We know that the first character is capital A, and maximum we want to move to the see, if we see the output, then the starting character is capital A and maximum ending character is E. So we know that the 65 is the ASCII of A and 69 is the ASCII of E. So we can say that the outer counter variable we can assign like I is equal to 65 and I less than 69, because we want to print maximum E characters. Then inner loop, we know that inner loop is responsible for printing, and see, the printing always start with the capital A. So here the J we have assigned 65 and J is move or increment till the value of outer variable. So J is less than or equal to I, J plus plus. Now see, here we have already assigned, we are starting the counter variable from 65. So here the printing format is %C, and here no need to write 64 because our counter variable itself starting from 65. So we simply mention J over here and the remaining logic is, so this also the same program will display the same output, right? Even here we make a minor change over here. Instead of value of J, if we mention value of I, so I means the line number will repeat this. So see that now the triangle is changed. A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E. So it means the character is repeat up to number of times. So friends, these program source code link I have given the description part of this video. So you just download it and you can do the practice. I hope friends you enjoy this video and understand the concept how we can draw this kind of triangle. In next video again we'll discuss the another type of triangles, 1, 2, 2, 3 pattern. So please friends, share this video to your friends, like this video, and for getting the updates of upcoming video, please subscribe this video. And in this video description part I have also mentioned the other theory and practical topic wise video links for your reference. So please friends, like this video, and if you have any suggestions, feedback or a comment, please mention in the video comment. Thank you very much. Thank you.